Could you tell me how you and Tony came to buy the ticket in the first place?
We were on the same shift together at work, and we decided that we'd put in with another gentleman, Peter Bellingham, and approximately every fortnight for the past year we'd bought a Opera House lottery ticket.
And how did you come to get this particular ticket?
Peter Bellingham left the syndicate about 3 months ago, and Tony and I were still in it, and I went on holidays. We had an Opera House lottery ticket. We won a one-off, and we got the 3 jackpot tickets. With the jackpot tickets, we won the main prize with the middle ticket, and also got the 2 consolation prize on either side.
Well, how much of the 3 or 2 have you won altogether from lotteries?
I haven't heard official, but I believe it's well, now it's 62,000 plus the other $500 that we won about 6 months ago.
And what do you plan to do with the money?
I'd say a house, probably a house, a new house.
They've affected quality, I think, to some small degree, but not quantity. We've got very good entries, considering we were a bit worried about it at one stage, but they've come good. We've accented youth as far as we can. Young people are going to take a big part in the show, and running the official opening, in presenting sashes. We have our showgirls to be judged on Friday night. They a nice entry in the Miss Maitland Showgirl competition. And then we have, of course, the New Zealand show jumping team. Very happy to have them here to compete.
Now, what's behind the association's idea of putting more emphasis on youth in the show?
Oh, I think this evolved primarily because of having Miss New South Wales open it. She's a young girl, and we thought, well, now let's use young people. And this has worked very well. We've had a very good response.
Is this with the thought in mind of like when they move up into the senior ranks that they'll be taking over the running of the show?
I think so. Well, I think this is the young folk of today are going to be the directors of tomorrow, aren't they? And this is what we want. I think yes, that inculcates some interest in our shows.
So all in all, looking forward to a successful Maitland show.
Very much so. Yes, my word.
Now, 25,000 visitors to the BHP makes the BHP a tourist attraction. Further afield in Port Stephens, of course, over the last holiday period, the figures shown are between 60 and 50,000 people. So Port Stephens becomes, in other words, the waterways are a tourist attraction. So back in Newcastle, getting back to our original part that we were talking about, Newcastle's 8 beaches, even the waterfront is a tourist attraction to the people from inland Australia. People coming down from the country areas and find it very interesting to walk around the waterfront and watch the overseas boats loading. Other people find the beach, and we must admit we're very fortunate because we are one of the few cities in the world that has an ocean beach at the end of our main shopping street.
What have you found to be the greatest problem facing the Hunter Valley Tourist Authority?
Nobody shouts out, look, I come from Newcastle and I'm proud of it. And I think this is one of the greatest problems we have in the tourist, or promoting any tourist industry. Well, we'll take Singapore, for instance. In Singapore, the people of Singapore, whether they be Chinese, Malayan, Indian, they're proud to come from Singapore and they tell the world about it. They're proud of their city. If you walk down the street and you drop a bit of paper, you're told about it by the man walking past. He doesn't tell you rudely, he tells you that you're spoiling his city. But it don't happen in Newcastle. Why doesn't it happen? This is the people. I don't think that the business houses are behind the tourist authority. I don't think they realise, often it's very hard to realise the tourist potential of an industrial city. Often people take the easy way out. You heard it, I've heard it. There's nothing here. What have we got? This is only the easy way out. They don't really believe it. But sometimes I don't think they're game enough to say it, what they really think. And this, to me, I think, to have a tourist industry in any area, you must have the people behind it. This pride of place. We Australians are very proud of our heritage. We're proud of Anzac. We're proud of our football teams. I think this is shown very much on a Saturday afternoon. You either barrack for one team or another, and but somehow we just don't have the same enthusiasm, the same drive when it comes to our own promoting our own city.
The body was fully clothed. She had a navy blue skirt with a light blue blouse, wearing whitey stockings and brown shoes. The body, which is a few feet from this timber wharf here on the Kooragang side of the south arm of the Hunter River. At the moment, detectives have just arrived to carry out their investigations. When I arrived at about 12:30, the William J. McKell, the dredge, was tied up at this wharf. A seaman from the William J. McKell, Peter Wayne Bird of North Oak Street, Glendale, was the first to see the body, and he informed Mayfield detectives. A squad car was here within a matter of minutes. At this stage, detectives are still looking for clues. There are no tyre marks around, but I believe there are a few footprints. They don't know what time the body was dumped here. However, the crew of the William J. McKell told me that the body wasn't here when the boat tied up at about the same time yesterday. About an hour later, the police told me that the dead woman was in her middle 40s. She was 5 foot 5 inches tall and was wearing several rings on one finger. She was also battered badly around the right side of the scalp. At the moment, the police are looking for a tan shoe which is missing from the dead woman's right foot, and also the blunt instrument. It's now just on 3 o'clock here at Kooragang. During the past few hours, a large squad of police and detectives have been combing every inch of this desolate bit of island here for any clues. They've been searching for a shoe, a tan shoe, which is missing from the dead woman's right foot, and also a blunt instrument which is believed to have been used for the attack. Now the police and the ambulance are just about ready to remove the body and take it to the city morgue. The body is now being brought up on a stretcher with an ambulance officer from the Hunter District Ambulance in front and Sergeant Mitchell behind. A large squad of Newcastle's top detectives has now been thrown into the hunt for this maniac killer. It is being led by the inspector in charge of the North Eastern Police District, Inspector Moore of Newcastle. So far, they've turned up no fresh clues in this murder case, which now will go down as the case of the missing shoe. From the murder spot on Kooragang, Jeff Greaves reporting.
Mr. Fuller, I believe you expressed concern at an apparent surplus of trained teachers in Newcastle.
Yes, Anne, we certainly are, particularly in view of the fact that our delegates come in with reports that their high schools in Newcastle have a shortage of teachers. This shortage in 1971 has meant that there has been a reduction of face-to-face teaching periods of between 1 and 5 periods per week for the students in our high schools.
Did you pass any resolution about this surplus?
Yes, Anne, we ask for clarification of it. If in actual fact we have a surplus of teachers in Newcastle here, we would like to know why we are not using them in our high schools.
Have you in fact heard of any trained graduates who can't get teaching positions in Newcastle?
Yes, Anne, we have heard of at least one science graduate that is unable to get a posting in Newcastle, and considering that perhaps two of the worst subjects hit for 1971 are those of maths and science, this seems quite astounding.